Herco, thanks for sitting down with me today. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Herco, as Vice President of Business Development with KeyGene, genetics obviously plays a large role in your business. Can you explain KeyGene's role in the process of bringing new genetics to the European market?
Yes. Thank you, Shawn, for having this talk today, and I can bring you some insights into the new genetics we are applying, not only to the European market, but in the market outside the world, basically in the total amount of the world. As KeyGene, we are playing a major role into new genetics, not only by enabling our customers, but also the growers, and through our customers and the field crop companies, but also the consumers behind it. So securing on the one hand the customers' needs, but also the feed and food need for the next coming decades in the world. Explaining that a little bit more in detail, KeyGene has focused its efforts the last 10 years, 20 years, mostly on non-GMO breeding. So the new genetics in KeyGene stands for non-GMO breeding approaches. Meaning that we are not against GMO, but mainly we have found a focus, because what we say and what we believe is that today the amount of work which has been done with germplasm can be further explored and expanded, and so bringing new genetic gains towards our customers and shareholders by not per se moving into non-GMO. And that has several reasons, and the reasons is that the way we approach it is just another way, it's just another tool to bring the products faster into the market, because our customers don't have to go through a deregulation process. It's faster also because of the fact that we make use of a suite of technologies. It's also less cost effective, or it's less expensive, it's more cost effective, because of the fact that the deregulation costs are tremendous and our technologies don't have to go through deregulation. And the third level is that it's also patentable, so it's still interesting for a lot of companies to go into a patent position, not because the patents per se are of interest, they can be used in all kinds of approaches, but also to build up your own patent position, so not to be dependent from others to get access to new traits, and also not to have paid a lot of licensing fees to others. So in that direction you can play yourself more, or become a player in the trade area. Having said so, KeyGene plays an important role for the last 20 years, meaning that we have built this customer intimacy and a lot of product development in which we provide trades and technologies towards these clients, and that has brought us where we are today, both in vegetables and in field crops.
Great. KeyGene has extensive molecular breeding platforms, including molecular mutagenesis. How do these processes enable a company to stand apart from your competitors in today's complex seed industry?
Yes, true. So if we're looking back at the history of KeyGene, we have built a set of proprietary traits and technologies for our customers, which we have built into a package. So we line up with their a pipeline, so we bring and we secure faster development of their products, meaning focusing on non-GMO is a way to stand apart, but more importantly is that these set of technologies, including, for example, lead discovery, bring new genes where linking genes which are more likely to create the anticipated phenotypes, but also a platform like advanced molecular breeding, in which we fully sequenced genomes, but also bring new genetic breeding, so breeding strategies for company. And a third platform is this molecular mutagenesis approach, in which we have built a suite of technologies, and one of the technologies is called key point mutation breeding, which is a very fast way of generating alleles, so new breeding, pre-breeding material. So literally we bring today pre-breeding material to our customers. And in that way it's a fast and it's an easy type of technology, still proprietary, meaning still proprietary to us and to also bring value to our clients. So that is a way to stand apart in this. It's a difficult world in which we are competing as well. But our customers are very pleased by the way we collaborate. And maybe just to mention one of these is that one of the more recent deals we closed was with Bayer Crop Science, in which we have enabled several of these technology platforms, proprietary technology platforms and trait platforms, which we call KeySeq, which is a lead discovery platform, and key point mutation breeding generating allelic series, but also fast and precise phenotyping in our research greenhouses. So actually bringing new pre-breeding material which is sort of plugged into their pipeline, and to integrate that package brings us brings the value to our clients. And so with Bayer is a nice example. Maybe another example to give is that using based upon the germplasm of clients, we also enable them to come up with a patented position. So an example of that was a deal we closed in 2011 with an Indian company called Shriram Bioseed, part of a larger multinational called DSCL, not known to a lot of companies, but in India a very renowned company. And with them we're developing, for example, drought-tolerant corn and drought-tolerant rice. Are we developing it as such? No, they have this germplasm available, but we explore the capabilities to get to a patented position, because they have it already and they want to use it to take it around in their germplasm, spread it across Southeast Asia. So there are basically two directions in which we focus. One is to generate new genetic information which brings new genes in the pipeline of others, or based upon germplasm of others. And in that way we can basically outcompete some of our competitors.
Great. Herco, can you explain a little bit of the extent or the scope of KeyGene's research programs?
Yes. The research we are performing is on the one hand focused on vegetables, and I will come back on that maybe a little bit later, is towards our shareholders. The four large companies like Enza, Zade, Rijkswaan, Vilmoran, but also Taki & Co. For them we're developing and enabling them with technologies and traits for their pipeline of interest. But also we're working with field crop companies, larger but also mid-sized field crop companies, for which I mentioned Shriram Bioseed, but also larger companies like Bayer Crop Science or Dow AgroSciences. KWS and, for example, the flower company Ball Horticultural, and with them we essentially develop, we help them improving and growing in their strategies, but also we bring in new material, pre-breeding material into their pipelines. And so the research programs on the one hand go from not fundamental research, so we're looking at applied research, but mainly focused on developing suite of proprietary technologies, but also developing in-house trait, having trait programs, for which we later then partner up with these companies or with other companies when they are interested. So we continuously are on the watch for people who would like to, on the one hand, work together with us, developing their own trade platform, or based upon our trade platform, which we have invested for multiple years, to partner up in these type of programs. So the research really goes from applied into today pre-breeding material. So we don't sell seeds, we don't market seeds, so that's the reason why we have to team up, and we're playing an enabling role in the technology and trade developments.
Excellent. Anything you're especially excited about in the pipeline coming, Herco?
Yes, definitely. One of the things which is far in the pipeline, which we have included in the deal with Bayer Crop Science on wheat and canola, is our drought-tolerant material. So that is that has already gone through, for example, some of the vegetables validations. So it's definitely on its way to move ahead. There are several other programs, but that's mainly focused and geared towards vegetables. And so for the last 20 years we have been working with our shareholders, and through them also a suite of products came into the market. For example, Nasanovia resistant lettuce, so no bugs are running around anymore on your lettuce, and so it's currently part of all the lettuces in the world. There are quite some traits stacked in pepper. The shelf life, for example, of cucumber has been extended, but in principle we enable our customers with that. So what we call as a sort of a mini joke, it's KeyGene Insight. So you won't see us, but we helped in the process until the pre-breeding material, or sometimes on a technology, and they will further then bring it into breeding and commercialize it. So when it goes to the market, some of these products have really launched really well. So they gained incredible market share and sales volumes. But you would not see a small KeyGene logo on that. But through basically the pipeline of our partners, our ideas and products and technologies will be brought into the market.
Great. In March of this year, KeyGene announced that the new keypoint mutation breeding patents were allowed in China as well as in Australia. What do these patents mean for the company in terms of collaboration and growth and KeyGene's global reach?
Yeah, so the patent position is very important to us and should be for every technology company. So it's not really new what we are doing. It secures your investments you've done in this area, but also secures the investments partners are doing in you to bring their products to the market. So to have global reach is important, because then they can launch these products globally as well. Maybe it's nice to mention that it's not only China and Australia, but also recently in the United States and Europe, these patents have been granted for keypoint mutation breeding. So this means that we can really launch these technologies, because essentially keypoint mutation breeding is a trade enabling technology. So it will bring pre-breeding material in literally months of time. And actually today it is bringing more allelic variety towards the breeders and pre-breeders than they have ever been able to choose from. So it really is something unique, and this enables them not to be dependent on a few mutations only. So they really can put that into their pipeline, and if it mixes up with something else, basically they can still deviate and change their strategy. So it enables also seed companies to secure their product development. So in that area, it's really something unique, and it's not only for what I mentioned, wheat and canola, but also we have developed this for a range of vegetables, but also for corn, for rice, and a significant amount of other crops. So therefore this technology is really going to be a major playing, we call it in KeyGene a little bit of a major playing flagship in the non-GMO approaches. Maybe what is good to mention is that what we have done is we have said in the area of corn and soybean, this technology could really bring a major step forward. So what we have done is we are in the middle of partnering up with companies who are interested to bring this literally as a package in corn or in soybean into the market. So bringing new pre-breeding material, non-GMO pre-breeding material in this area. And so we are teaming up, and we're looking for companies who have a significant germplasm in that area, who bring in IP on traits, but also have breeding and marketing and sales capacity, literally to team up to bring new corn and soybean material into the market. And that for us is relatively unique, because that means for us that we really become a sort of integrated way, even beyond what we're doing today.
Perfect. Herco, thanks for sitting down with me today. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.